We're back.
It's your mom, friends. I'm Chrissy.
And I'm Jess. And we are two moms passionate about helping women fuel their minds, care for themselves, strengthen their relationships, and create lives that they truly love.
Each week, we bring you honest conversations, practical tools, inspiring stories, and real life strategies to help you navigate motherhood, marriage, personal growth, and everything in between.
Whether you're listening while folding laundry, sitting in the school pickup line, or finally enjoying a few quiet minutes to yourself, we're so glad you're here.
So grab your coffee, take a deep breath, and let's dive in to today's episode.
Let's get started. Welcome to our first episode where we are recording together. This has never happened in our 25 episodes.
I think so.
25 episodes of the Mom Fuel and Mindset podcast. This is a dream that was birthed from two friends who have never lived close to each other, but because of the world we live in and the beauty of technology, we meet weekly. We record almost every other week, and we do it via Zoom or via a different platform, and we connect from complete opposite sides of the country. And what an incredible opportunity. Chrissy, I am so blessed, brought her family out to visit me here in Idaho, and I am so excited to have her. And we knew we had to record and put something out together. So we are making time in the middle of vacation to bring you guys some super, super exciting news.
I'm so glad to be here with you, Jess. It's just been such an amazing week. I keep telling people that want to listen. I'm from northern New Hampshire. We're surrounded by mountains. These mountains are like literally on steroids compared to the mountains at home. It is just beautiful. They're enormous, and everything so far has just been perfect. But really, what's been the best is spending time with you and your family, and seeing the friendship bloom between Emily and your two kiddos has been pretty special. The friendship between our husbands, pretty dang special. So thank you for allowing us to come and spend time with you and your family.
It's so appreciated. I know that it's not easy. I mean, Idaho is far. It's far from the East Coast, and I know this. And so I don't take for granted anybody that comes out and visits. Chrissy had this vacation already planned and called and was like, hey, I want to change our flights. We want to come visit you. And what an incredible phone call that was, and to see how it's all flourished and came to life has been so much fun. And we were joking yesterday saying Dan and Jimmy could not live close to each other because they would get in too much trouble. Like, they're having fun, we're having fun, the kids are having fun, and it is fun to see it all come together. Just truly enjoy this time together. And you're not really like an outdoorsy person.
I am not.
So it's a little nerve-wracking to bring somebody who's not outdoorsy to the outdoors. Like, this is what Idaho is about, being outdoors and being in nature and the beauty. And so I would tell Chrissy we're going on a hike, but it's just like a baby one. And it's like there's a trail. You're not like wading through anything crazy. We're not scaling mountains, anything. So we were able to see some really cool stuff this week easily. Not too difficult, not any crazy hikes. And so we're turning you into a bit of an outdoorsy
Yes,
person.
I don't know that I'll ever 10. I don't know that I'll 10. But yeah, it's been awesome. It was funny. We were out on the road a couple days. We were on some trails and spending lots of time outside. And you have the Nichols family all in sneakers, and you have Christy and her family in sandals because we roll. And so one of them was like, small hike. I'm like, well, what kind of hike are we talking about? Because we got Crocs and sandals going on with my family. But it worked out well, and it was beautiful.
That is too funny. And it's good to get outside your comfort zone, right? It's like good to do things that you normally wouldn't do. And we're seeing things for the first time too. We took them to a few places that we have never been to because we're new. We're new here. We don't know all the things. We know the usual places that we go when people come and visit, but we want to expand that. We want to be able to show people when they come, all that we're not even scratching the surface. I said to these guys yesterday, I totally get why it's called the gem state, because there's hidden gems everywhere. We drove 20 minutes outside this little town, and I was like, you guys, this is wild because there's literally nothing on each side of us. And then we just pull into this road of the little city of rocks, and you have all of these hoodoos, which I didn't even know what that was. Until Chrissy said, we have to go find the hoodoos. And they're these huge rock formations. And there it is. You pull in, and it's just, they're huge and massive and insanely beautiful. And you're just walking around like, what? Where did this even come from? So there are these little hidden gems everywhere around here, and we're learning as we go. And it was fun to explore together. We took them places that we had never been either. And so to have the kids with us and Chrissy with us and Dan, and to be able to experience new things here in Idaho with some of our best friends by us was it's just a super special.
Yeah, it was those hoodoos, that was awesome. I loved it. I have to say that was one of my top experiences so far, but I also the waterfall. We went to a waterfall yesterday. It was pretty massive when we got pretty close to it. That was so cool. And I know Emily, my 14-year-old, just loved it as well. I think she said that that was her favorite space too. And surprisingly, because we ended up at a pool, we went to the hot springs, and we went to a pool after that, which had water slides and jumping boards, and the kids got to run around and play for a few hours while the parents kind of just chilled and sunbathed and did what we do. Well, actually, my husband was like one of the kids and went down the water slides with them, but Jess was calling him
Funkle Dan.
Funkle Dan. Yeah, and so I was surprised to hear her say that that was not her favorite experience so far. It was the waterfalls. So, and she's not an outdoorsy kid either. She takes a lot like after me, in which like I mean, we like to be outdoors, but we don't like go in the woods or anything. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
we're afraid of like all the things that you can bring home.
Right.
Poison ivy, ticks. Those
Right.
types of things. Yeah.
Which, to be honest with you, I mean, I don't think that I would consider myself like an outdoorsy person. I like to be outside. I love fresh air. I love being in the sun. I love heat. I love all of those things. I love water. I love being by water. And so, but yeah, I'm not tent camping.
I glamp. I don't camp.
I'm certainly not, backpacking and I've never hiked real hikes. I joke, Jimmy and I were in Lake Placid in New York. I don't know. Deegan did a fishing camp one summer. Uh, I can't remember what lake it was on, but it was up right next to Lake Placid. So we ended up staying in Lake Placid for the weekend, and he was like, let's go hike Whiteface." Well, hiking the touristy way up Whiteface is literally staircases with using some big rocks to help, but it's got railings, and he's like, "We did it." I'm like, "Yeah, we did it, buddy." We did it in sneakers and sandals. So we're definitely not like your legit hikers who literally come to this area to hike, you know, these mountains and whatever. But I will say, being out here and being in this world, because this is literally what people do here or come here to do, is to be in nature and to, just be outdoors, and the views are insane. And so I agree. I'm not really outdoorsy. I'm not certainly not like that myself. I do fear ticks and poison ivy. I don't want to do any of that. But it is it is cool that you are able to see some really cool stuff here and not have to be super outdoorsy. You can, we can do little walks, little hikes, and still be able to see some incredible canyons and gorges and views and waterfalls. We could feel the mist of the water coming off the waterfall as we were walking by. Like, we were super close to it.
Mm.
And that was amazing. And the kids were in awe of it, which is cool at, 11, 13, and 14. You don't think, they care much about this stuff, but they totally were into it, and they loved walking and quote unquote hiking and being around the waterfalls and the rivers and tossing rocks in the rivers and stuff like that. It was fun to see them enjoying their time.
Hmm. Yeah, it was awesome. And Dan's been, even when we're at the house, he's leaving. He's going fishing. He just takes off this morning. Well,
Because
yesterday.
he's definitely outdoorsy.
He's
He's
your hunter and fisher and all the things. And he left early yesterday morning. Was it yesterday morning? He got
Mhm.
up at like 4 a.m. But Walmart doesn't open till 6. So he was finding himself, out exploring the area. Where were we at that time?
We were in Burley, Idaho,
Yeah.
so a few hours from our house.
Yeah. So he spent some early morning time out, and then this morning he got up early again to go fishing, and he lost his crock in the river.
We have one casualty so far this trip, one croc.
He came in with one shoe on, one shoe off. I was dying. It was funny, but he's thoroughly enjoying it. and in fact has sent me some houses for sale. He's like, "Let's move here." Fair game in about 5 years. We had to get him through high school, but maybe when we retire, it could be a snow home. I always talked about being a snowbird in Florida and then living in New Hampshire, but now Dan's like, "Well, what if we are in,
I fully
Idaho?"
support
Yeah.
this. I fully support this, Dan.
Yeah.
Now that I know, I'll be sending her houses for sale.
It's been great.
It's funny, people say, why Idaho? That's a question that I would get all the time. Like, who even thought of Idaho? Right? Like, it was, I certainly didn't. When Jimmy had said, first started bringing it up, it was like, what the heck is in Idaho? Like, why would I move out there? Because it's not a widely shared, talked about, you just don't hear when you're on the East Coast. In the West Coast, Idaho is not something that is you hear a lot about or it's brought up a lot. You hear Montana, you hear Wyoming, you hear Colorado, California, Arizona, but Idaho is like this hidden gem that's tucked out here that is literally in its own world. The people here are in their own world. It's very much a different vibe. It's a different way of life. It's a complete different vibe. And so when we got out here and you realize, like, first of all, Idaho is absolutely beautiful. Everywhere that we go, we're constantly just in awe of what you see. And so, and the location here is my favorite. I mean, we're so close to Yellowstone, we're close to Jackson Hole, and then where we took these guys the last couple of days are just about like 2 hours and 3 hours to the furthest point. And we've been to so many state parks that are all in this little vicinity. We've seen so many pretty things, and they're all within driving distance. Nothing's crazy too far. We did stay over because we were doing a lot. We they're gonna need a vacation from their vacation. We are totally squeezing in everything we possibly can while we have them here. And so, but it's so easy to say why Idaho once you get here. It's like, this is it. This is why. We truly, truly love it here. And to have people who we love come out and get to experience it with us and see them change their point of views and be like, okay, we get it now. Like, I'm not even an outdoorsy person, but I totally can see why you love it here. I can totally is like, it's heartwarming because it's like, oh my gosh, they get it. And I want to be honest, I'm pretty sure Chrissy was the first person that I told that we were considering moving out here because it's scary. It's super scary to go through a huge change like that and to have, Chrissy, who I confided in, and I was like, I think this is going to stretch us and grow us. And she supported us this entire way. And to now have her here on the other side of that is just so cool.
It's been awesome to watch the journey, like even the early stages and talking about it and then putting offer on the house and then fingers and praying that it would go through and then the move and then seeing you guys out here and just flourish. And it's been quite an honor being part of that and watching you guys and having you confide in me and some of that was just amazing. And I'm just so happy for you and your family. It really is God's country out here. And seeing what you're building, I hear the friendships your kids are making. I mean, we went out to a grocery store and to a restaurant, and I mean, they already know everybody. Jess knows all of her neighbors, first names, what they do, where they come from, their stories. She's such a relational person. Meanwhile, I'm home with my shades closed and I don't really talk to anybody. But I need a little bit more of, Jess's perspective because it's so awesome to see just full circle, like just coming here seeing it from the very beginning stages to now. It's an honor to be part of that process. So thank you.
Thank you. I like to say we make a good team
Yeah, we do.
because there's many things that we totally agree on and we're very much similar. And then there's there are things that we complement each other.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I appreciate your friendship and walking through this entire phase with me.
Yeah, it's been a journey.
So we have some exciting news. We figured since we're together, this would be a really cool opportunity to do something exciting and launch something new. We're always working up new ways to be fun and connect with moms and just support moms. And we always have ideas and things that we want to do. And so Chrissy had the opportunity to have shirts made for us. So she came out. You want to scooch over and show you the little. So we have a new logo we're launching. That's us, Chrissy and Jess, the headphones and the mic for the podcast. And then on the back of the shirt, you want to model it?
Yes, my.
See if we can get this. All right. Fueled by strength, powered by Mindset, the Mom Fuel and Mindset podcast. So we are super excited that Chrissy spent all day putting them up on a site that you can actually purchase them from. Yay!
And there's hats too in a hoodie.
Hoodie sweatshirt. And we hope that our goal is to add, we were chatting about like stickers or like coffee mugs or tumblers, something like that, to have the logo and the slogan on it so that we can promote Mom Fuel and Mindset. I think that's one of the things that we love about this podcast is the goal is to create awareness and just reach the mom who feels like she's alone, the mom who is struggling, the mom who doesn't know where to go for help or how to get help or feels like help is going to cost money and time. And our goal is to provide resources and be a resource and bring in people who can be a resource to ultimately help you where you are, right where you are right now.
Yeah, and we are putting some feelers out there for guests as well because Jess and I can cover a lot of things, but we like to bring in different perspectives, different topics. So we are putting a call out for anybody that would like to join us as a guest on the podcast. If you yourself or you know someone that would be a great addition to the podcast, that's another way that we can help get the word out. Our swag or merch, whatever you want to call it, is just one way, but we're definitely trying to expand our reach. So if you know anybody that would be a good fit for that, or as I said, you yourself, definitely hit one of us up, send us a message.
You don't have to be an expert in, you don't have to own a business. You don't have to be an entrepreneur. You don't have to be a doctor. You don't have to be, these are all great. And we try to find diverse resources and women to provide different perspectives and different stories and different ways of reaching you. But if you just have a transformation, if you have a story, if you have a situation, if you have questions, like these are all great ways to reach out. Come on. We do meet and greets with people. So we're not just going to throw you on and hit record and you don't have to be nervous or scared. It's a fun way. We get together beforehand, we connect, we talk about the episode, what you want to share, what you want to tell the listeners, and then we, talk logistics and then we record. So it's super fun, it's super laid back. We like to think we're fun and easygoing. And it's just the time that we spend together recording truly is soul filling for ourselves as well as ultimately creating content that we can put out and share with our listeners.
Yeah.
And our goal is to grow that. We want to reach the moms and the women who are struggling because we know that it's very real. We know that this is a very real problem. And so if we can just be a small piece of their transformation journey, if you can be a small piece of their transformation journey, some people can connect with different stories. Chrissy and I each have our own, but you have a different story. And if you could share yours, that may touch the life of somebody. And that's the goal.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So definitely help us get the word out there. Tell your friends, tell your family, and if you're scared, that's okay. Do it scared. That's what we did. We actually, waited a whole year before we started the podcast because we didn't know what we were doing. We were scared. We let all of our excuses get in the way. And then we finally just said, you know what, enough with that. Let's just do it and we'll figure it out as we grow. So that's our slogan, learn as you grow. And we're literally learning as we grow. We're actually recording in a different platform today for this episode. So I mean, just so you know, like we are constantly trying to find ways to improve what we're doing and how we're doing it. And if you noticed, if you're a subscriber and you've listened before, you probably noticed our intro is a little different today. And we are just shifting and shaping the way that we do things as we grow into this podcast. So definitely be part of that.
I think sometimes that we get stuck in the way that we do things and we don't realize that we have the power to change if we want to. So even something as simple as this podcast, like there's the intro. We want to shift this. We want to connect with the listeners better and this doesn't feel right. So guess what? We're allowed to shift and grow. And that's a part of life. And I think we sometimes think that change equals bad or we're doing something wrong if something's not working. or that we shouldn't be doing something, and that's just not true. Like, we're meant to grow. We're meant to change. It's okay to pivot and shift and grow. And that's Chrissy said, we're learning as we grow. And that truly is what keeps us, that's truly something that means something to us because we want this podcast to reach more people. We want to connect with you better. We want to provide you with more quality episodes. We want to make this something that is worth sharing with your friends because the greatest thing that you could do for us is like this, share this, give us a review, send it to a mom who you think it would help, a daughter, a granddaughter, a friend, a sister, a cousin, somebody you work with. That's the greatest thing that you could do for us is share it with somebody. And so if you're helping us by listening and sharing, then we want to do what's best for you. And that's continuing to evolve and grow this podcast to the best of our abilities. So we do have a new intro. We're trying some different things over the next couple episodes to try and make them more high quality for you and connect with you better. So
And if you have any feedback too, we're open to that. So if
yeah,
you're listening to our podcast and you're like, oh, I wish they would do this or that or touch upon this, let us know.
yeah,
We are open to the feedback. We want to know what you want. We want to know what would be helpful. So don't hesitate. I think there's on Spotify, at least, there's like fan mail or whatever. You could even send us something through there. You could send an email at hello@momfuelandmindset.com. You could find us on social. There's several different ways that you can reach out. If you have questions or any kind of feedback, definitely do that.
absolutely. Because we appreciate you. I mean, this podcast is something that we love. We're passionate about it. We don't make any money doing this. This is not why we do it. We do it because we truly love it. Out of all of the things that we do, like, we prioritize this. We love you. We love our listeners. We love the feedback we get. We love the messages, that say, I needed to hear this, or you girls nailed it. I love the way that you guys, communicate together. Everything that you put out's amazing. Like, all of those messages we get are incredible. And it's truly what fuels this fire. We know that there's a need, and if we could just be a small piece of helping fill that void and that gap, then we want to do it. And so we're super grateful for the support. We're super grateful for the listens and the likes and the shares and certainly the feedback and the messages. So like Chrissy said, any feedback, is we know that there's room for growth. We don't mind constructive criticism. We don't mind, hey, we would love to hear more of this or see more of that. That's certainly something. If you haven't, please go to Instagram and like our Instagram account. It's at Mom Fuel and Mindset Podcast. It's a new Instagram account that we're putting sneak peeks out, and we're connecting with. You're always able to find our special guests. You can find them. We tend to collaborate with them and tag them in posts so you can find their accounts. And so we're doing everything we can to serve women who are in need, and you guys are a huge part of that. So we appreciate it.
Yes, very much so. I couldn't have said it better myself, Jess.
Oh, awesome.
Thanks for hanging out with us on Mom Fuel and Mindset. If today's conversation spoke to you, take it as your reminder that happy moms don't come from doing more. They come from choosing themselves and owning their growth.
And if you love this episode, please be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with another mom who needs a little fuel and a mindset today.
Until next time, keep showing up for yourself, keep growing forward, and remember, happy moms own their growth.
See you soon.